faculty, staff, families, and our friends. Welcome to the 8th grade promotion. We are so happy. We are so happy that you are here to share this special night with us. If you will, please bow your head and pray with me. God, the all-wise and creator of the human mind, guide our search for truth and knowledge. All our thoughts in ways direct, help us build the towers of learning on the foundation of your words. That way we can be insightful and intelligent. There are many more places of knowledge that we have yet to discover. In the studies that we pursue, we need your hand to guide us, and we need your spirit to brighten everything that we do. Help us to avoid becoming prideful in our knowledge. May the things that we have learned this year lead us closer to you. Amen. Amen.
We will be reading different scriptures from the Old and New Testaments.
Be strong and work, for I am with you, says the Lord of hosts.
I am the vine, you are the branches. He that abides in me, and I am in him, the same brings forth much fruit, because without me you can do nothing.
I can do all things through Christ, because he gives me strength.
Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
The joy of the Lord is my strength.
Give strength to the weak hands. Steady the feeble knees. Say to them that they are fearful in the heart. Be strong, fear not.
The Lord look upon him and says, go in thy might.
If God be for us, who can be against us?
Let us not be tired of doing our best, because at the right time we will receive our reward if we don't give up.
Thanks be to God who gives us the victory in Christ. Yeah.
All right, 9 months ago, which seems like forever, we began this journey. It may seem like it was just last week for you guys, but we've been counting on the days until we can get to this point. We have worked, played, been lazy, succeeded, and sometimes we messed up. But with each new day comes new beginnings and the chance to start again. Thank you to our families for making our education available to us. Even though we barely say it, we actually do care. And we appreciate you more than our words can say. Thank you with our love.
Have you ever heard the phrase, there's only two types of people in the world? That's an okay way to see the world. And I'm not here to debate this, but I would like to think that everyone in this world is one thing, a storyteller. From the moment we wake up in the morning, even if we hit the snooze button several times, or not at all, we all are involved in telling ourselves a story. This story could be negative or positive. For me, it's both, especially on Mondays. Some people call this story our dreams, goals, aspirations, or desires. We're here today to tell you that the story of our 8th grade year, how hard we've worked, victories we've won, the times we tried our best, the happiest moments, and the times we failed. But our story isn't just for us, it's for you too. The teachers, friends, family, parents, loved ones, those who have shared their own stories with us. And the story of who we could become if we could just work and be patient. From the day we were born, you've been telling us our own story. Who we were supposed to be, what we were supposed to be doing, where we should be going. I'm thankful for those in my life who have shaped my story. But now it's time for us to begin to write our own stories. Our dreams, our plans, our vision of who we want to be can be so overwhelming at times. But it's ours, and it's time for us to be brave to go out to write our own story. We ask you to continue to be brave. Let us find our own story. There will be plenty of bumps along the way, and we'll need your support. Nothing is going to stop God from loving us and bringing us back to Him if we lose our way. Our 8th grade story is coming to a close, so I want to thank my fellow classmates, and I want to say a special thank you. We always have each other. Thank you.
We've spent somewhere around 1,060 hours in the classroom this year. This isn't counting the extra hours of practice, detention, or waiting for you guys to come pick us up. Anyways, all of that time is spent around people who teach us the most important things and all the stuff and who put up with us on our worst days. And sure, we don't just love every single moment of school, but we couldn't be here without the hard work of our dedicated teachers who we would like to thank. Ms. Romaine, thank you for being so kind and considerate, for your fun study games, how calm you are, and for your encouraging good deeds with Romaine Wards. We appreciate how thoroughly you taught us in history and Bible and all of your helpful notes. Ms. Ward, Thank you for going out of your way to make things fun. We always looked forward to being around you. You are fun, patient, and like an extra mom to us, teaching us life lessons. You inspired us and tolerated us at our worst. We love you. Ms. Real, thank you for your clear, straightforward instructions. The labs, music while we were working, the way you were cool, calm, and relatable made learning science interesting. Also, thank you for the fun trip to Stargaze at Pointe Trudal. Ms. Larson, thank you for always giving us goodies, for always being patient, for multiple second chances, and very explicit instructions. You were thorough, helping us to understand math in ways that worked best for us. We know you care. Mr. McClaney, you are so organized. Thank you for being nice and helping us a lot. You made English and music classes funny. You understood us, and you never judge us for our weird moments, but you have way too much energy. Thank you to all of you and everyone else who has had a part in helping us this class year, reaching our goals. We appreciate you.
It'll survive like we have. So this is my last chance to get to talk to you guys. I mean, I will acknowledge you next year if I see you. But you know, we won't be together the way that we have been, and I want to challenge you. I know earlier in the year we talked about what your names mean, and you know, I promised you that I would tell you what those meant, and you kept asking and asking, and you didn't know I was going to save it for tonight. So I have created, instead of just, I do have a general challenge for all of us, but I have a specific challenge for each one of you, so I hope that you'll bear with me. But first, let's go through the general stuff that I think even the adults in the crowd would do good to hear. So I've got 5 kind of anti-life hacks. You know, I'm on the Clock app just as much as anyone else is, and I know you guys are too. And I know that on there we see a lot of short videos about life advice and all those sorts of things. I want to give you 5 things that I think are important to hear, and I haven't seen them on there. So the first thing is that life can be heavy, especially if you try to carry it all at once. You know, part of growing up and moving into new chapters of your life is about catch and release. And what I mean by that is learning what to keep and learning what to let go. You can't carry everything. I mean, think about all the things that you've been through the last 4 years. Think about all the things you're going to go through in the next 4 years. You can't hold on to everything. So decide what is yours to hold on to and what else to let go. And oftentimes, I'll tell you from experience that the good things are really light so that you can carry a lot of those. They're not heavy. So you stockpile on those. There's more room for them. But I do want to give you a warning. One toxic relationship, one toxic thing, it can outweigh a lot of those simple things. So you get to pick what you have room for. I hope that you'll be discerning. The second thing, and you're probably going to hate me for this one, but not all of your feelings are valid. Now, you are a human being created by God, and everyone should recognize your humanity. You're entitled to have your feelings, whatever they may be, but a majority of your feelings and my feelings are not based on evidence. They should not be acted on, and they can actually just be put to the side. So you should learn how to override some of your feelings for the sake of future good to yourself and to others. Move out of being a middle schooler and move into your high school years with knowledge and enlightenment. The third thing is you can't just be yourself. I know that you've heard me say, just be yourself, you'll be all right. But I do want to give you the flip side of that. You can't just be yourself. Because of our egos and our selfishness, we're not judging ourselves the same way that we judge other people. None of us are doing that. Don't think that I've got it all together, and you know I don't. But, none of us are doing that. No one can objectively assess their own behavior, even when we really know ourselves. What we need to actually be mature, to become a mature, virtuous person, we need to be receptive to other people's critical feedback. And I hope that you've learned how to take some criticism. All right, number 4 is no YOLO. No YOLO, okay? Isaiah, you hearing me? No YOLO, all right? Now, I don't mean that you should grind yourself into powder, working until you gasp your last breath, but what I'm suggesting is that while you're young and growing and buzzing and you're receptive, you need to be learning the skill of delayed gratification and discipline. You need to be developing your potential now so that you can lead a fulfilling path later. You need to learn how to enjoy what you're doing in the moment, but also enjoy having accomplished things. Learn to enjoy things that aren't perfectly fun and cozy in the moment. Enjoy things that are healthy and productive for you, even if it's not fun in the moment. Like math or grammar, you're not enjoying that in the moment, but it's good for you in the long run for your intellect, for your physical body, and spiritually. All right, and the last general anti-life hack is embrace the cringe. Now, you know that I love to be cringy. I say all the things that you tell me I shouldn't say because I'm too old to say them. But that's okay. No matter how hard you try to avoid being cringe, you will look back at this moment. You will look back. You were just doing it a second ago. You were looking back, and those things that you thought were normal and cool and fun, they were cringy. And you're going to look back at this night and they're going to be cringy too. It's unavoidable over our lifetime. And even that word cringe, it might not be popular, 20 years from now. So when you say to your next generation, oh yeah, I did some cringy stuff too, they'll be like, oh, stop. Just like how you are to me. I promise you that you're probably doing something right now, or you're wearing something right now that you'll look back on when you're a senior in high school, and you'll find it revolting and hilarious. And looking back and laughing, it can be really fun. And that's okay. You can laugh at yourself, and you can learn to love those decisions that you've made along the way. And now I have something specific for each one of you. So Isaiah, your teachers describe you as being very clever, but also very energetic. And your name comes from the Hebrew phrase, which means God is salvation. And as I've known you over the last 4 years, and been your teacher for 3, I've seen you, with your energy, save the moment. He has made the moment fun. He has made it chaotic sometimes. And I want to challenge you, Isaiah, that in your future, as you grow up, continue to save those moments. Use your energy to be there and be encouraging to the people around you, just like you always are. Rashadia, your teachers describe you as a champion, someone who is charismatic. And your name comes from the Arabic word for singer. And I think about all the amazing things that you've accomplished this year, and I think back to when we weren't sure if you were going to be here, and then you came back and we were so happy. And I think about all the joy and the smiles that you bring to other people. It's like a song. It's like your actions are a song, and I want to encourage you to keep that brightness with you throughout your life. Leah, your teachers describe you as unique and colorful. Of course. And your name comes from the Latin and Greek phrase, which means the one who brings good things. You don't have to be loud to be good. You don't have to be overpowering to be a blessing to someone. And you, in your quiet and unique way, you've made this year special. So thank you. I hope you continue to do that. Naya, your teachers describe you as being very graceful and resilient. Your name comes from, well, it's kind of unclear where it comes from, but yes, but you can trace the roots of your name back to the Gaelic language of ancient France, and also Swahili, which is pretty cool. And your name means desire, goal, and purpose. And I think about all the things that you've been through, and I've seen you come out of your shell, and you accomplished your goals. I mean, just think about all the things that you wanted to do. At the end of the year, I know that your grades in English class were amazing, and you did that. You started from point A, and you got to point B, and that's amazing. I hope you'll continue to do that. Zoe, your teachers describe you as funny and focused. And we've talked about your name a lot because you say people don't pronounce it right, according to, it comes from the Greek word which means life. And, with your energy and your joy and how fun you are, you brought life to my classroom ever since I've known you. In fact, our first interaction was in game club, and you just walked in and you said, okay, what are we doing? It was like, I signed up for this, but I don't know what it is, And you may not remember that, but I do. And I know that you'll take your life energy on with you, and you'll be a blessing to people. Trey, your name, Louis, comes from the Spanish Old German phrase for someone who is famous and someone who is a warrior who is famous. And your teachers describe you as being hilarious. You are, and considerate. You're very thoughtful. And I want to encourage you to continue to take that hilariousness that puts you in the spotlight and continue to be considerate of other people. Jose, your teachers describe you as reserved but intense. I'm not going to say scary because, well, you're just intense. He's very quiet. And your name comes from Spanish, but also from Hebrew, and it means Jehovah increases. And I think about all of the things that you've added to the group just by being there. All these boys are funny, but it's like when you're there, you add to that. And so I know that wherever you go, I hope that you continue to add your voice and your opinion, and don't let anybody keep it quiet. Jaden, your teachers describe you as charming and passionate. And your name is the American version of a Hebrew phrase which means the precious one who lives life. And I know that that's what you do. You live your life with joy and with purpose, and you do what you want to do, and we have to warn you sometimes about the consequences, but that's such a great thing, and I hope that you'll continue to do that. Just think carefully and continue to live your life. Joy, your teachers describe you as straightforward and assertive. And you may not know what those words mean, and that's okay. You always say what you're thinking, and you let it be known, and it might be wrong, and you just go, I was wrong on that. You would be the first person to say that, and not everyone learns how to do that. So you've got one up on everybody else. But your name comes from a Latin phrase, which was then translated to Old French, which describes supernatural happiness. The happiness that can't be explained with just a few words. And I hope that you will take your assertiveness and you'll continue to be happy in the future. Tizania, your teachers describe you as outspoken and very driven. And your name comes from the Greek and from Hebrew. And it basically is this long sentence that says, in late summer, God has heard my prayers and he blessed me. And I think about how your family has prayed over you and waited for the day that you arrived in their life, and what a blessing you've been to them. And you came to our school in 7th grade and you just blossomed right there. You were like, it was like you had always been here. You were one of the originals, it felt like. And you were just so amazing, and we were so proud of you, and I hope that you'll continue. She's crying now. And I hope that you'll continue to do that wherever you go. We're rooting for you. Mariska, your teachers describe you as mischievous and considerate. If you don't know, Mariska's always trying to get away with something. And it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It's just something. If it enters into the realm of possibility, she'll try it, you know? And Mariska, your name comes from the Latin Russian phrase, which is a crown of resurrection from the sea. And you even have on your crown tonight. How fitting. Mariska, we're so proud of you and how you have went from the girl who spoke no words in 7th grade to the girl who we all feel like we know and who we've seen your funny moments, we've seen your mischievous moments, we see you for who you are, and we love you, and I hope that you'll continue to share more of your inner world as you go through high school. Isabel, your teachers describe you as artistic and sweet, and your name comes from the Hebrew phrase, which God is my promise. I think about all the conversations that I've ever heard with your friends, and you've always been there for them. You're a great listener. You've never went back on your word. You're very, very thoughtful in what you say. Sometimes you don't say anything at all because you're thinking about it. And that's good. That's a mature quality. And I hope that you'll continue to do that as you go throughout high school. Karen, your teachers describe you as brilliant and caring. And your name comes from the Hebrew, which means glorious dignity, a ray of light, a supplier of good things. And I know that all those things are true when I interact with you. You've brought so many good things into the classroom, into our school, into the lives of your fellow classmates, and we're proud of you. And of course, you are the valedictorian, so everyone give her a hand. I'm not sure if Karen has ever actually taken an exam before, because she just seems to always get out of them because she has good grades. So I don't know if she's prepared for a high school exam. Maybe she'll continue to get out of them by being, a straight A student. But we're proud of you. And I'm proud of each one of you, and I've seen how, look at me using bad grammar. I've seen how far you've come this year, and I am proud of you, and I know that even if we never have a conversation again after this night, I know that you're going to go on and do great things, that you have awesome support systems, and this campus will still be here. So you can always, come back and reconnect and get some more encouragement, because that's what we're here for. We're here to encourage you to find your purpose in life, to find God's plan for you, and to live your life with joy and dignity. And I hope that you've been able to learn how to do that throughout your middle school career, and I know you'll continue to do that. Thank you.
Good evening. This poem is by Edgar Guest, and the name of the poem is It Couldn't Be Done. Somebody said that it couldn't be done, but she with a chuckle replied that maybe it couldn't, but she would be the one who wouldn't say so till she tried. So she buckled right in with a trace of a grin on her face. If she worried, she hit it. She started to sing as she tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and she did it. Somebody scoffed, "Oh, you'll never do that. At least no one has ever done it." But he took off his coat and he took off his hat, and the first thing we knew, he'd begun it. With a lift of his chin and a bit of a grin, without any doubting or quit it, he started to sing as he tackled the thing that couldn't be done, and he did it. There are thousands to tell you it cannot be done. There are thousands to prophesy failure. There are thousands to point out to you one by one the dangers wait to assail you. But just buckle right in with a bit of a grin. Just take off your coat and go to it. Just start in to sing as you tackle the thing that cannot be done, and you'll do it.
Hasn't tonight been like a big warm hug? Students, parents, grandparents, family members, friends, and teachers, good evening. Before we get into promoting tonight, I have some awards I would like to give out. We had to forego our regular awards ceremony this year, so we saved them for tonight. We're going to give out two types of awards, first being the academic awards, and then Mr. Monday will come and give out the sports awards. I would just like to say, very few people will be awarded for academics tonight. We only give certificates to the highest achiever in each class. But I always like to mention that there are a lot of achievements that many of you have made this year that a lot of people don't know about. Some of them I don't know about, people in this room don't know about, but you know about them. Some of you had really low grades at one point, and you worked hard, and you pulled it out. Some of you were not organized at all at the beginning of the year, and you worked on that, and now you are. Some of you had a problem doing your homework at one point, and you conquered it. And so for all of those things you conquered, I just want to say congratulations. That is amazing. Good job to you. This first student, when I call your name, if you will go see Ms. Delgado to get your medal and then come to me for your certificate. This first student earned highest achievement in Bible class. Zoe Hughes. In history class and remained on the AB honor roll all year long, Shadia Courier. The next student earned highest achievement in science, highest achievement in math, highest achievement in English, and earned all A's on every report card all year long, Karen Walker. What a special night with some very special students. It has been my honor to watch you mature and grow. This is one of those classes that just has a tight bond, and it is a good thing. I see you all using healthy competition in your classroom, and you are wonderful friends, and you make each other better. Keep doing that. Students, you have finished middle school. But maybe more importantly, parents, you have finished middle school! Congratulations to all of you. Students, you are actually at a pretty important place in your life, and I'm not going to talk very long. I just want to say I was about your age when I started thinking about what I believed. I was brought up with Christian parents, but as you know, having Christian parents does not make you a Christian. I was attending church regularly, but people go to church, and that doesn't mean they have a real relationship with God. Your teachers, parents, grandparents, mentors, pastors can lead you so far, but it is up to you to decide in your heart how you will live your life. Remember that the Bible is not a textbook. It can be, but more importantly, it is God's communication to you, every one of you individually. Jesus said in John 14:6, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Some will tell you that there are many ways to God. It's just not true. You are all young, but none of us are promised tomorrow. And I'll tell you from experience, your best life is the one lived in close relationship with God, living as He expects, because He has good plans for you. You can't plan a better life than God. You can't plan a better 4 years of high school than God. His plans will always be best, and for some reason as humans, it takes us a long time to figure that out sometimes. I encourage you all to surrender to what He has for your life. Parents, thank you for choosing free will, for your support of us and these students. It is a beautiful thing when we can work together, and I certainly feel that in this class. Teachers, your investment may not pay off in normal ways, but this is part of the payoff right here. These students sitting right on this front row, seeing them learn and grow and accomplish things, thank you for helping make that happen. To Mr. McClaney and those closely involved in what has happened here tonight, thank you for going the extra mile. Brother Aaron Henry with us here tonight from the Gideons, and as the students receive their certificates, he is also going to gift them with a Gideon Bible. Thank you for coming, sir. And now, I would like to declare that the following students have met the criteria needed to promote from middle school at Free Will Baptist Christian School. As I call your name, please come forward. Sports awards. Nobody give me a wave. Should we do this first or sports awards? Sports awards. Mr. Monday, I'll turn it over.
I was ready just to wait till the end and then give them out if we had to that way. But after all her grand words, it's like, sports is here. But sports is also a great thing for school and for students and players, athletes. It also teaches us a lot of great things. If you've ever been in a sport, participated in a sport, some things that you can use even throughout life. And so it's not just, okay, here's sports and that's it. It also adds to your knowledge of how to use the things you've learned in classes as well as out in the real world as well. So, with that being said, we had a few sports this year, and it was kind of weird at the beginning because of COVID. They said only the vaccinated can play, which is not very nice for those who weren't vaccinated, and also did not give those opportunities to be able to play, especially those that have great skill. And so from the very beginning of the year, it kind of put a damper on sports, so to speak, for most people. But then March came and everything changed, right? The last minute, they're like, everybody can play! And so then they started throwing in all these sports as quick as they could, trying to cram them all in, the ones they missed and everything else. So we did get some sports in this year, and I am thankful that they were able to do that. We'll start with our middle school basketball team we had this year. And for 8th grade, this was 6th through 8th grade, of course, but we're only recognizing 8th grade tonight. And first off is Isaiah Benjamin. Jose Rivera. You're not really coming up here to shake my hand, but if you'd like, you can. It's more a photo. Luis Lejanos. They gotta take a picture, man. I'm not important, but they gotta take a picture. Congratulations. Good job on middle school basketball this year. If you didn't know, I could get awards for dismantling people's names as I try to pronounce them. Next would be our middle school boys volleyball, which was the first year this year, since I have been here, that I have seen a volleyball team with boys on it. Not that they can't play, just a lot of ours were too scared to step up until this year. So I'm happy and thankful that we had a volleyball team. We did have to go half and half with good hope, but we got the season done and our athletes did well, and I was very proud of them. Again, Isaiah Benjamin. Jose Rivera. And then for our MVP of middle school boys, yes, Isaiah Benjamin. Then we move on to our middle school girls volleyball team, which had quite a few more than our guys, but also did a well job this year and hope to keep growing them into our varsity and continue on from there, looking into the future. First off, we have Isabel Torrado. I'm not going to make you shake my hand, but if you want to for a photo op, you can do that. You can feel free just to come up here and bypass me, take your picture, and head on if you would like. Karen Walker. Leah Grotto. You don't have to feel weird about it either. Okay, I know. Mariska Stevens. I almost feel like they need that weird, slow music as they walk across. Naya Hammond. Good job. Shadia Courier. Tasania Stevens. Zoe Hughes. Then for our MVP award, Tasania Stevens. Then our last sports this year, it was be our soccer. And this individual, even though he was in 8th grade, played on our varsity soccer team and has been playing for a while. Everybody knows his skills. David Saldana. Participated this year and look forward to next year as we hope to get back to regular seasons with all the sports. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, Brother Henry, do you want to come up and stand a little closer? All right. Once again, it is my pleasure to declare that the following students have met the criteria needed to promote from middle school at Free Will Baptist Christian School. As I call your name, please come forward. Isaiah Benjamin. Mariska Stevens. Tisanya Stevens. Isabel Tirado. Karen Walker. At this time, I would like to ask all the promoters to join me on stage. Please help me in congratulating the Free Will Baptist promoted 8th grade class of 2022.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the love and the support. Congratulate these folks. They did a great job. You're welcome to come and take pictures on the stage or mill about. That's it for tonight. Thank you. Have a great summer.